Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, managing partner with Levinson and Associates. And with us today, we have Joseph Loughran, our marketing vice president. And then we have our special guest speakers, Keith and Chris, who are going to talk about our feature presentation today and our newest product that will join the Sell While You Sleep family. So we're very, very excited about this, as always, and the main reason why is if you've known us for a while or you've been working with Levinson for a while now, you know that I've always been talking about, having your website set up, driving traffic, having products available on your website that your clients can literally go on, run a quote, apply instantly, and obviously get approved and have a policy sent right to your client, but you still make full commissions and renewals, which is the whole name of the game here. So, years and years ago, we were the first to roll out the initial e-application. The first electronic policy delivery was sent through Levinson with Genworth and a company called Amplify, who was then sold off to iPipeline. So, the point is we have seen this change coming. And nowadays, especially in other industries, everything now is bought or at least looked at online, and you can't help it, but you see people now in their teens or in their 20s and 30s or even 60s and 70s, and everyone has their cell phones glued to their eyeballs nonstop, like it or not. That's what's going on around us. So our industry has been a little late to the game. And, we saw this coming years and years ago. We came out with Lightning Term. We came out with the Sell While You Sleep platform. We're the first IMO to give our agents free websites. And, here we are, fast forward, early 2018. We have the first ever client-driven instant approval disability product to join our family of Sell While You Sleep products. So couldn't be any more excited, and I hope that you understand now why we've been talking about this for weeks now, and we are so excited to talk about the feature presentation today. So, fast forward, we talk about the consumer evolution, okay, and it's a fact now, and you can scratch your head and say, well, I'm not ready for this, and I still want to use a rate book and a yellow legal pad, but the fact is the younger generation, the millennials, everyone is going online, and there's a need for life insurance and disability insurance. Look at that statistic. That's a LIMRA stat, left side. 61% of Americans say most people need disability insurance, yet only 26% have it, okay? That's a huge door opener. Just think about the opportunity here. And I love this quote on the right-hand side. This is from Walt Disney. And, this just goes to show us, I always say, make sure your hat is on looking forward, and make sure you're always looking to the left, because you have to see what's coming next and you have to be ready for it. So this is from Walt Disney. Love this. Around here, however, we don't look backwards for very long. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors and doing new things. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. That's exactly what we do here at Levinson, and that's exactly what we hope all of our agents are doing, okay? You constantly have to look to the left side and say, what is coming next? And that's exactly what we have done with our Sell While You Sleep platform. Okay, so we made this so simple for you. We give out free websites. We even have a system to help you drive traffic. We did all of the hard work for you. It's all complimentary as long as you're active with us. Joe's going to show you what the websites look like. We'll show you all of our Sell While You Sleep products, including our new GI product, and then we're going to move forward. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So our lead generating websites that are part of that Sell While You Sleep platform are actually available at insprofessional.com. I put together just a couple screenshots to show you. There's about 25 different templates you can choose from, but these websites come with quote engines, lead capture features, even calculators for your clients to determine how much coverage they need. There is a specific section on disability and even a section on our scholarship platform that kind of explains to clients what those different products are and how they work. These websites are mobile optimized. Like I mentioned, there's a final expense quote engine and a regular term universal life quote engine as well. We even have some great consumer videos you can tie into the website to be able to engage new clients and new products across all different lines of insurance. And of course, having this website and making sure that it's mobile optimized really helps with that Sell While You Sleep platform and a couple of different marketing campaigns we've put together. You can really drive a lot of traffic, and like Bill said, have those clients run coverage, apply right through that website for all these different product lines.
Okay, thanks, Joe. So, we're not saying to stop what you're doing in your everyday practice. Obviously you're seeing a lot of prospects face to face. You're meeting at a Starbucks. You're making your calls. That's great, okay? But the whole point is to have this running in the background on autopilot because, it might not be your clients, but you know what? Their kids or grandchildren are going to need a policy. And they don't want to pick up the phone and talk to you for an hour and hear about where you're from and your family and the family dog. They want to get down to business nowadays. They want to jump on a website. They want to get a quote. If they like the quote, they want to sign up now, okay? So have these tools running in the background. And I promise you, okay, as time goes on, this will be used more and more. And then things are going to slowly flip-flop, okay? I promise you will remember those words, that times are going to change. And yes, you'll still need to do the same thing, but this website running in the background is going to get more and more attention, clicks, and then ultimately sales. So the Sell While You Sleep platform, as you can see, every single product there is 100% client driven. That means your client can run a quote, sign up online, and get approved. That's simple. We have a critical illness product, an accident only plan, the lightning issue term, of course, which we own the exclusive rights to. We have our University Plus Youth Life. That's a whole life product with a built-in free scholarship. We have our term to age 95. We have just a few other products on the bottom right, short-term med, dental, of course, your prescription card, which is free. And then the latest addition is what we're talking about today. First time ever, okay, 100% client-driven e-app with instant approval, disability up to a $5,000 benefit. And you scratch your head and say, wow, how do they do this? The premium must be outrageous or the commissions must be cut in half. Well, folks, that's not the case. This is a win-win-win. And again, I don't want to steal any of Chris and Keith's thunder, so we'll let them talk about that portion. So just a few more things before I introduce them. Disability. So everything built around DI. Okay, yes, we want you to use our new client-driven product on your website, but if the need does arise, let's say for white-collar, doctors, attorneys, whatever the case is, we have everything. Joe's going to give you a quick overview on where to go for quotes, and then, of course, start using this marketing material to get the word out. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So this is actually a screenshot of the CarrieLevinson.com website. You'll see I've highlighted at the top where it says disability income. You can access all the products, all the client material. We even have calculators and even a couple great third-party websites that you can share with the client for them to do a little research on Disability Insurance 101, watch some videos, and kind of explore that DI product. So all those resources, including the new product that we're covering today, are available on that section of the website. Again, that's right on CarrieLevinson.com. You can access all that material. And of course, we'll be sending out an email this afternoon with all the material we covered, and especially the new material for the new product that we're going to dive into.
Okay, thank you, Joe. So our feature presentation with our new DI product, you will love this. Take out a pen and paper, jot down any notes, questions, comments. This is a dream come true for all of us that are on this call, okay? So I promise by the time we're done, everyone's going to walk away with a little nugget of information that's going to change your business. Without further ado, I would love to introduce Keith and Chris, our carrier reps. You guys there?
Thank you, Bill. Yes. Chris, you here?
I'm here.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's get started here then. Bill, thank you so much for the invitation to come talk today. Geez, what you've done is just absolutely amazing. You and Joe and everybody at Levinson. It's kind of like my analogy to what you've built here is you're the Amazon of insurance. You're giving everybody their own storefront, so it's absolutely awesome. So I want to talk a little bit about reinventing the DI industry, which is what we're attempting to do here. So before we get into that, I just want to talk. I'm going to go a little bit further upon and build upon what Bill was already talking about, and that is how many people don't have disability insurance and what the potential is to sell your customers disability insurance. So first of all, the market potential, as of this past September, America has 127 million full-time working people. The majority of those people have to work in order to put food on the table, pay their mortgage, put lights on, pay their car payment, etc. So we drill down a little further and we take a look at how many people protect that income in case they can't work for a sickness or an accident, whatever the case may be. So 27% of working Americans have some sort of group coverage. That's from the Council for Disability Awareness. So that's about 34 million people have group coverage. That leaves 93 million people without any type of group coverage. Drill down a little further, individual coverage. 2016 market survey from Gen Re, that's a reinsurance company that is very big in the DI world. They report that there is only 3.2 million people. Remember, there's over 120 million working Americans, but only 3.2 million people have individual DI policies in force. So potentially, there's 90 million people who are your customers who are uninsured. Social Security kind of backs that same number up. 2013, Social Security did a fact sheet, and they indicated in their fact sheet that their estimate is 100 million working Americans don't have any disability coverage at all. So, the numbers do differ. You've got one at 90 million, one at 100 million, but who cares? The number is so big anyhow. It's the potential is incredible. So the insurance industry has been inadequate. We've been very inadequate about informing the public as to the need of disability insurance and why would somebody need it or have it. So why have we been inadequate? That's the main question, because obviously we can make a sale and make some commissions. So insurance agents hate to sell disability, regardless of the need. I meet very few people in this industry who do not believe in disability insurance, but I find very few people that really love to go out and sell it. So why is that? Well, they don't know how to sell it, number one. There isn't really a lot of companies out there training people on how to sell disability insurance. You have a couple companies like Guardian. There's a few of them out there, NML. So, but by and large, most people are not being trained how to sell it. When you're not trained on something, you get very frustrated with the underwriting and how to field underwrite it. The product is a complex product. It's more complex than life insurance. There's an occupational underwriting aspect. There's a financial underwriting aspect, all rolled up into one. So it becomes very cumbersome unless you do a lot of it. Underwriting time, 60 days to 120 days in underwriting is very typical. It's because there's so many moving parts to this stuff. And what happens is cases go stale. That's the problem. So, you take an application, you don't have a policy for 2 or 3 months later, you got to go back and you have to resell that back to your customer. You got to re-show him the need. And a lot of sales are lost during that process. So we developed an answer. And the answer is income protection assurance, brought to you by Easy Assurance. Chris, would you like to take it from here?
Sure would. So thanks, Bill and Joe, for the opportunity. And one of the keys that Levinson is doing is providing the tools to make it easy for you to sell. And as Bill likes to say, sell while you sleep. And so when you're contracted with Levinson, what we do is we put together a proprietary website, customized website for you. And Bill, I just want to make sure we see your pretty face on there, correct?
Oh yeah, yep.
There you go, baby. And so once you're contracted with Levinson, what we do is we build this website for you. As you can see, we're going to put your picture, because here's what we know is most people don't wake up today and think about buying insurance online. And it's very important that people like yourselves are navigating them to the proper place for them to be able to get the protection that they want. And this is the place that you want to navigate your people to if they want to protect their income. Now, what I'm going to do is just briefly walk you through the site, and then I'm going to show you a very, very quick demo of what it would be like if one of your clients were to apply for coverage. So again, you can see there's places where they can get a quote if they already knew that they wanted it. But what we want to do is use this platform to be able to tell them the process. Step 1 is to get a quote. Step 2 is to choose a policy and apply. Step 3 is approval and pay for it, and then have peace of mind because you have the policy. As your client scrolls down, we answer the question, what is income protection? So give them a very high-level view of what it is. And then, answer the question, do I need income protection? Now, look, I want to hit the pause button for just a second. Once you become contracted with Levinson, don't think that this is where it ends. We're going to work with Bill and Joe and their team to make sure that we are constantly providing you with more information that you can share with your prospects and clients to get them to want to go to this site and want to take action. But this is what it looks like. Again, we reemphasize the process: get the quote, apply for coverage, get approved, and pay your premium. And we'll talk a little bit more about how they can pay the premium here in a second. We've addressed some frequently asked questions that, let's face it, unless you're a doctor, a dentist, maybe an attorney, your clients haven't been talked to about the need to protect their income. So we answer some very basic questions for them, on the website. And then finally, at the end, or the bottom of the website, if they still have some questions, all they have to do is click on the Contact Us button, and then you can see if they wanted to call Bill, they want to shoot him an email, or they can shoot him an email from this form right here. So again, this is prepared specifically for you. Some people have asked, can we put our logo as opposed to our picture? No problem with doing that. It's really what you want to do. So Bill and Joe, before I go into the demo site, any question or any comments that you guys want to make?
No. I just think it's so important. I love how you have that almost like a face-to-face feeling with the agent's picture and their website. It's very touchy-feely. I think that's a great approach. So I love what you guys did here.
So I'm going to do two things here. First of all, Bill's site is live, and I'm going to show you what it would look like if one of Bill's clients were to go here and start the application process. Now, I'm going to go to a test site, because what happens when we go through the process of quote-unquote underwriting, there's some stuff happening in the background that I'm going to let Keith talk about in a second, so we don't want to do that live. But what you're going to see is everything is exactly the same with the exception of this heading. But once they go to get a quote, get coverage, this is where the process starts. So let me come back over here. You can see it's the same other than the heading. And so your clients made the decision, you know what, wonder how much this stuff costs. So I'm going to take just a second to start to enter some information. And then Keith, I'm going to kind of let you narrate, some of the things that are going on as I'm going through this process.
Okay, Chris. Yeah, I mean, we all don't type that fast, especially us old guys. So while you fill all this stuff out, I'll just kind of fill in the time here and explain a little bit about what's going on. This has got to be the easiest disability insurance quote engine out there, and it's made specifically so somebody that has no idea about disability insurance can actually run their own proposal. Very easily done. Now, all this information that's going in is also being stored in the background, and when he brings up his proposals here in just a moment, you're going to see a good, better, best option. At which point, if the customer says, you know what, that sounds like something I should be able to afford, they can start their application process. It's going to take all that information that we're inputting here right now, that Chris is, it's going to propagate that over to the application. And then as soon as the application starts, now here's your quote. Go ahead, you want to take it, Chris, for a minute? Talk about the quote.
Yeah, and so what you can see on here is this particular individual makes $60,000 a year. It's showing covering 60% of their income, in this case, $3,000 a month. We have a 90-day waiting period, and we're showing kind of a good, better, best model, 2 years, 5 years, age 67. And so you can see that they have, they can apply for any one of these. So let's just say that, we use Jim Jones as the example here. Let's say that thinks, you know what, $3,000 a month, 5 years, $27 a month. That's something that is good. So now all he has to do is to click on, to apply, and then you have your authorizations and disclosures, which is very typical in any type of insurance. And then now, as Keith said, some of the information has already been populated. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a second to fill out some information. Keith's going to do some more narration. And I want to make one point as I go through this application. Since, the last thing that anybody in this call wants to do is watch me go through an entire application, there is a function on the demo site that allows me to trigger none. I'm going to give you the opportunity to see the different questions that are on there. But for this demo, you're gonna see me say trigger none, which is obviously not on the live version, but it'll just make this part of the presentation go quicker, and you'll get the feel for what we're doing. So Keith, I'm gonna kind of turn it back, fill some of this out.
Great, thanks, Chris. So while Chris fills this out, you see the first thing he puts in, Social Security number. Obviously, every insurance application has a Social Security number. As soon as that number goes in and he moves to the next line, since he's already signed the authorization to obtain information and all the authorizations on the previous page, right now in the background, he doesn't know it, he's a customer, but right now what's happening is it's going out to the MIB. The computer's running out to check any scripts. So if he's taking glucophage, for example, we automatically know that he more than likely is diabetic, and it's custom designing the application to Chris or to this individual who's applying right now. So everybody's application will have some degree of variances. There's a basic app, but if there's any MIB information or if there's any prescriptions that are being taken, that's added on and built into the application. There's over 100,000 variations to this application. So if somebody says, hey, Keith, what questions are in the application? Well, I can give you the basic answers, but I can't give you all the answers unless we have about 2 or 3 weeks. So anyhow, you can see Chris is triggering none at the bottom. That's just saying no to all the answers, just so he can move through. And also, while he's doing that, if you look at the top, you'll see, Chris, you want to show the progress bar?
As you can see, that is, today when anybody is doing anything like this online, they want to know, gee whiz, how far along am I? And it shows you right here.
So this way, they'll get an idea on how fast this is going. So if somebody has to run out the door and they've got an hour, they're on lunch break and they're applying for disability insurance, they'll know if they have time to finish this or not. By the way, the whole process typically takes, from start to finish, about 15 minutes. Here we are at the end. Chris?
Yeah, so you can see what it's doing now. I'm going to continue to e-signature. And all that information that I entered is now on this e-application.
And the underwriting's done.
And the underwriting's done. And if I wanted to review everything that's on here, I can do that. I just come right here and sign. It's finished. And I've been approved for disability insurance. Now, at this point in time, if this were a live site, there would be an email sent to your client where they can review, e-sign, and authorize payment for their policy. And they can pay for it with credit card or they can pay for it via ACH. So that's how simple it is. And I know one of the questions is going to come up and it's like, well, what's the approval rate? And we're finding right now that about 60% of all applications are approved as applied for, 20% are declined, and 20% have some type of waiver or rating. So it's one of the things that's very, very important. This is not a guaranteed issue product. This is not an impaired risk product, but this is the product, as Bill said earlier, for those clients that you have, you know, that who are not the doctors, attorneys, and executives who are using traditional carriers, but it does fill a huge need in a huge void in the marketplace. So Keith, I'm going to turn it back over to you and Joe and Bill for the rest of the demonstration.
Yeah, if I may just pick up on just a couple other little tidbits there. Obviously, when you pay your premium, what happens next is you actually receive your policy in your bin in your email. So your customer received a PDF policy, and I didn't know if you noticed or not, but there was no place on here for the agent to have to sign. So in theory, this is truly, 24/7, write insurance while you sleep, as Bill talks about. You don't have to sign anything. You're going to wake up the next day and, hey, maybe you made some money. Let me think, what else did we not touch on? I think that's probably pretty much it. Bill?
Yeah,
Joe?
yeah, no, that was great. Awesome job. And, I will say it's very, very simple. You get appointed, and you will literally receive basically an invoice, and you pay a $25 fee. That's for your website and the technology to host, and you are done, ready to sell. So, you're seeing this great, slick platform, okay? Sign up online, instant approval, electronic policy delivery. It's a win-win-win. Now, the million-dollar question, okay, I should say the billion-dollar question is, Bill, this looks great. I want to sign up. How do I drive traffic to my link or my website, right? That's the billion-dollar question. And we have literally put together the technology that you need to start driving traffic. Now, obviously, your website is your storefront. That's your brick and mortar. Anywhere you have your name listed and your phone number, you need to have your website, okay? It's that simple. You need to use social media, okay? Start making these little videos and blogs like I spoke about on Tuesday's webinar, okay? There's so many free ways that you can get your name out there and start driving traffic. Everybody, every client, prospect, friend, neighbor, family member should be going to your website for information, for insurance articles, for life insurance calculators, anything, all of the above. You want to drive traffic. I would also start to network and maybe start to reach out to P&C agencies. Wouldn't it be great to e-blast their entire book of business, okay? And it's just a numbers game at that point. I would speak to mortgage companies, health insurance agencies, usually have a huge book of business with Medicare, right, and Medicaid. So there's tons of ways, and I hope you're writing down some notes. Think of various associations, right? Some of these huge associations have thousands and thousands of members. Wouldn't this be great parked on their website? Can you imagine? So there's so many ways, and what we have done here at Levinson, we put together technology, okay, where you can start to drip on 1,000 new prospects every month, again, to start driving traffic, which is the name of the game. Joe's going to show you exactly what this looks and feels like so you can start sending out your own e-blasts this afternoon. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So this is really a screenshot of Automator. What we're looking at here on the left-hand side is kind of managing your book of business, all your clients, all those people that are going to be interested in coverage or maybe have already bought a policy. All their data is stored. You can even host files on the system, upload a copy of the policy. And then what's really interesting, on the right-hand side, we have the prospecting tool. So by using Agency Automator, you get 1,000 prospecting credits per month. You can go in and actually pick the specific criteria you're looking for based on zip code, income, age bracket, even someone's credit rating or any other type of policy you've sold them in the past. what I've done here is kind of shown a screenshot of just sorting through the different template galleries. So we've got close to 2,000 different templates inside the system, anything from happy birthday, happy holiday, to, hey, maybe it's time you took a look at disability coverage. Here's a quick, easy way to actually apply for coverage. And you can even send them an email template with your agent portal, your agent link, so they can click through and apply for coverage right from that email. The best part is you can track who opens the emails, when they've opened them, who's responding, and really know what's happening in real time. So you can use this across any different product line. Of course, having the ability to send that client an email with a direct link to apply for coverage and go through that process that we just covered with that easy application for disability coverage is huge. You can open all new sorts of opportunities now that this disability product is part of that Sell While You Sleep platform. So a lot of great opportunity there. We're very, very excited about having that integration with that agency automator platform and Sell While You Sleep.
Okay, good stuff, Joe. So, I know there's a lot of moving parts here. Sometimes it could get a bit overwhelming, okay, especially where we're all not Bill Gates, right? So moving around technology could be a little strenuous at times. We're here to help you, okay? And we're going to show you in just another minute an easy to use and understand graphic that makes things very simple. First off, the Levinson mobile app. If you haven't done so yet, take out your phone right now. Go into the App Store. I don't care if it's an Apple, iPhone, or an Android-powered smartphone or tablet. Okay, it's a free download. Just hit Levinson Life Annuity Agency, and it will come up. Free download for everyone. And it's so important because, you're at your son or daughter's, basketball or volleyball game tonight, and you're meeting other parents there. And, of course, the first thing everyone asks is, hey, Bill, I don't mean to bother you, but what do you do for a living? And you say, hey, I'm a life insurance and disability agent, right? And they say, oh, I've been meaning to get a DI policy or a life insurance quote. Well, you can literally pull this up in real time, instantly, then sign up that client right from your phone, okay? And everything happens at the tip of your fingers in real-time action, and you can do everything that you do from your desktop in your third bedroom, okay, on your computer, right from your smartphone. So make sure you have the app. Everyone is on their phones these days. You need to have a presence, and you need to know the basics when it comes to smartphones, okay? We make it very easy, free download. So this is what I was talking about earlier. We're constantly asking questions to our agents with surveys, and we want to know how we can make things a little better, a little easier for you to understand, because at times it's overwhelming, okay? It's no surprise or secret. So we have answered that question, and what we did is we put together a iGenius infographic, okay? And we're going to launch this next week. In fact, you'll see an email go out on Tuesday. So all you do, you literally just click on a button from our website, and we have one graphic that pops up in front of you, and every single tool and piece of technology and exclusive platforms are numbered, okay? Literally one, it goes all the way past 40. So you can literally click, let's say exclusive mortgage protection lead program is number 2. You can see the little house there, number 2 in pink. You click there, okay, a window opens up, gives you all of the details for what that program is and how it works. Then another button pops up where if you want more info, somebody will reach out to you within 24 hours. So we make it very simple, okay? And that is the name of the game for 2018 for us. The way we service our agents is black and white, simple, easy to understand. And that's exactly what we've done with this new infographic. And this just goes to show you, too, that we're not just sitting back saying, oh, yeah, we're the best. We were voted the top IMO in 2017. No, we know that's only as good as 2017. What's next? What's new for 2018? So we are not stopping there. We're constantly going to make things bigger and better for our agents. The Levinson Expo, a day you don't want to miss. Now, great day for networking. We're going to have over 200 agents and GAs from all over the country. We're bringing in our top carriers, our top VPs, underwriters. You'll get to meet face-to-face. We have 2 keynote speakers that are freaking awesome. Joe Ross is going to be live. He's the best trainer in the industry, bar none. Joe Ross will be there live. We also have the creator of our brand new iGenius IUL software. He's going to be there. He's going to show everyone how to conduct webinars and seminars using this new IUL software and give you new indexed universal life sales ideas and concepts that you can use that evening to start making more income and helping your clients, which is the name of the game. So bottom line, don't miss the expo. Okay, what we'll do, starting at $15,000 a premium, we will fly you in, round trip, airfare, pay for the whole weekend, and you can qualify. It's starting at $15,000, then it goes to $40,000 and $50,000. But if you're brand new with us, you haven't even written an app yet, it's free for everyone. We even bring in dinner the night before for all of the out-of-town agents, complimentary breakfast, lunch, snacks throughout the day, and it's all free. The only thing that we ask is that you're active with Levinson. That's it. Okay, we're going to end with this. You know, as you can see, we don't just stop at good. We want to be excellent, okay? And that's the exact reason why we put together this new disability product. First time ever this has been done in the brokerage arena, where you have a 100% client-driven e-app linked to a DI product up to a $5,000 benefit with instant approval. Never been done before. So another first for us here at Levinson and Associates. And the way that we operate, okay, and we function day in and day out, and you see, I think you kind of get a feel for the energy and the angle and the direction that we're headed. We hope you are doing the same thing with your practice, okay, because there's no difference. If it's the carrier, if it's us, the IMO, if it's your GA, or if it's you, the agent, we all need to be thinking the same way and constantly innovating, okay, and creating new concepts and products and webinars and videos for our consumers, our agents, okay? It's so, so important. So this is my Positive Tuesday quote. Now, you know, this is me, again, driving traffic. Now, if you notice, that's my signature in the bottom right corner. And then under that, you can see it says at BillyLevinson.com. I am driving traffic to my social media, okay, indirectly. You need to be doing the same thing. You can do a quote like this. That's a picture of me in Vancouver, but it doesn't matter. The point is you want to keep a message out there and fresh so your clients are constantly looking for you every week or every day, and they're on your social media, and you're constantly branding and marketing yourself, your picture, your name, your website. Number one, most important, drive traffic, name of the game. We're going to end with this. There are no secrets to success. Put in the hard work, and the good luck will find you. With that said, have a great rest of the week, a good weekend, and great selling. Take care.